To be honest, tune in. Is the pod going up? To be honest, sit down, we need to have a talk. Cornelius gon' make a point that the others don't. The mother souls sound the same, come escape the box. Expand your mind, dig into no controversial topics. He ain't scared to keep it real. Tune into this podcast, but don't be in your feelings. We gon' have a laugh, we gon' talk about some pain. Let's talk about the present situation of today. Yeah. To be honest, is this the podcast? I need to tune in right now.
Oh, welcome everybody to another episode of To Be Honest. This is your boy Cornelius, Lindsey, and I have with me once again for part 2 of what we talked about last week. Mr. Jared B.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, Jared.
What's going on?
My goodness, my man. Did you? Okay, let's see if this ain't popping off from the very beginning. Did you get that that post I sent you yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, what did you think about that?
I mean, you can't fly with it, and you can't fly without it. That was my interpretation.
Yo, so for those of you who are probably like, what post are you talking about? So there's a post. This is an actual news station that is reporting saying that in Spain and Russia, if you have been vaccinated, then they're encouraging you not to fly because of the risk of blood clots. So The idea was that, you go and you get the vaccine, and after you get the vaccine, then you're supposed to be good, right? But the problem is that, so now people have gone out, they've gotten the vaccine, and now because of blood clots, I've heard people talk about fertility issues. I've heard people talk about the whole myriad of things, like they're saying that their heart started to beat irregularly. Like all these things that have happened.
I seen a guy stick a magnet to his arm after he got the shot, and the magnet was just sticking.
I saw that. I legit saw
like,
that.
What?
I legit saw that.
In the world,
bro. I don't understand. I know that for me, I cannot be a part of this experiment. I just can't do it. And I mean, I know,
do people call you up and say, hey man, like I listened to your show, and like, how are you not getting the vaccine? Do they talk to you about that?
I've had people, to send me messages and stuff like that.
What do they say?
Well, the thing is, like, you should get it because they're like, you should trust the science. And my thing is, okay, I don't have a problem trusting science, but I have a problem with whose science I'm going to trust, because I think that now it is a game of guilt, that the media uses shame. And unfortunately, people use their own talking points. And because people kind of overly saturate themselves in the news, what happens is they're always getting a side of a story that I don't think is fully clear. I mean,
science though.
I mean,
the science though. It's
the science. People talking about the science. People talking about, okay, you got to trust the science, but then we don't want to talk about the fact that that a living organism starts inside of the womb in the moment of conception.
Mm-hmm.
But we're talking about, that's not a human being inside of the womb, even though that human being has a forming body with a heart. That's science. But we don't want to say that that's a baby. We don't want to say that, abortion is murder. And I'm like, well, for me, it's like trust the science. So it pisses me off, man. Do you have people who hit you up with that?
Just my family. Just my family.
Oh my god! Yeah, I can't get into it.
Nah, man.
I'm legit. Like it pisses me off.
I've learned to just bow out gracefully. Like I don't. First, the reason why is because I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not any kind of but I don't even have knowledge of it. Mm-hmm. I don't even care to either way. So I just bow out, you know what I mean? Like, and I like to get them riled up a little bit, and just I like to get them riled up, and then I bow out.
Boy, I know that gotta be you. I know that's you, like, fully, dude. But I think I don't understand. Like I had this one woman who was like, you should get the vaccine because here's the one that's just like making his headway in the church. It's in the church fully. It's like, I hear preachers and they'll say, and she's using the same talking point. She's like, you need to, this is the Christian thing to do. You need to love your neighbor, and by protecting your neighbor by getting a vaccine. If you won't get the vaccine, then you need to wear a mask. And I'm like, well, unfortunately, your Lord Fauci said that the mask don't even work.
Lord
Your Lord Fauci said the mask don't even work. So now you trying to tell me, I need to go get a mask. I need to put on a mask. But I mean, seriously, like Jay, for me, it's almost like, you telling me to get a mask to protect you is almost like, you telling me I need to wear a condom to make sure you don't get an STD.
Right.
I'm like, like the mask helps. The mask helps you if you're sick. Make sure that if you're sick, you don't pass it on to somebody else. But I see people who are walking around. I know people, bro, who are vaccinated and they're walking around every day with 2 masks on. I'm like, what was the point of the vaccination? I don't get it. And then we're on airplanes and I'm sitting next to people who say, hey, I'm vaccinated. But then the airlines requires that you wear a mask. And then, they're saying you need to be socially distanced. Well, I can't be 6 feet apart from the person who's sitting right next to me in first class because bruh is almost touching my arm.
Okay, it can be impossible.
I don't get it.
I just don't get it. Like, how you pick and choose what you want to enforce, the guidelines and the policies that you want to enforce, and it's not fair, man. Because like you said, you got to be 6 feet apart. So make sure that you're socially distancing. Make sure that you're wearing your mask. Make sure that you're getting vaccinated, right? So you get vaccinated, but you still got to wear your mask. You wear your mask, and then you're not even 6 feet apart on the plane. Like, they're packing people in planes like sardines again.
Packing, bro.
Prices is going up.
Packing,
I mean, they don't care about socially distancing people.
Oh, bro.
They care about that money, though.
Bro, when I say packed on the plane, bro, we pack. Like, I've flown.
But wear your mask, though.
Oh man. So I've flown the last 3 weeks.
But when you're eating, you can have it down.
That's what I don't. Okay, I was about to bring that up because you got to understand, COVID-19 only bothers you at the threshold of the door. Like, COVID-19 is almost like a bouncer. It's like, hold up, can you get in here? Because if you don't have on a mask, I'm gonna get you. But then as soon as you get inside,
even on the plane.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's the same thing. You can have your mask down when you're eating.
Yeah.
So I just chew gum the whole time, like, and drink water.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, that's the reason I like to fly first class, is a lot of times, I'll have my mask down and the flight attendant may not even say anything. I mean, of course, I'm kind of doing the same thing you're doing. I'm kind of like, slowly chewing on almonds or something, just like slowly eating something. So every time they come out, I'm slowly eating. Or taking a sip of water, but I'm just like, these rules are just out of control. They're out of control. Out of control, bro. I don't get it.
I never use the word sheeple, but I feel the urge to lately as time goes on with this thing. It's just like, and people, they do whatever is whatever they read on the headlines. It's like, oh yeah, it's the science. It's science.
I don't get that.
Driver's test, it's science. Wear your mask, people. Science.
Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Get your vaccine. Socially distance. But I mean, I think it was the governor of New York, Governor Cuomo, who came out on a press conference. He basically was like, look, y'all, if you have your vaccine, then he said, I'm not worried about unvaccinated people. He said, because I have my vaccine. He said, unvaccinated people are not my concern because I have my vaccine. I don't understand. They went through all this trouble to create this vaccine due to this man-made virus. And now, even though people who got it, they're still afraid. Dude, I got guys who come to the gym. There's one guy who comes to the gym, bro. He takes swimming lessons, or he goes swimming. Older guy. He takes swimming lessons. He wears his mask. He doesn't wear it outside. He puts it on as soon as he walks through the door. He wears it in the executive locker room. He wears it while he swims, and he gets out. He wears it in the shower. He wears it when he gets finished. Like, he dries it off with a blow dryer the same way like he's drying off his hair. And then he goes outside and I am not joking. I'm not kidding with you. And he was one of the guys who was like, Cornelius, you need to get vaccinated. You got to get vaccinated. You got to get vaccinated. And I was like, which one did you get? And he's like, well, he got the Johnson & Johnson. And I was like, well, I mean, you know, even the people who got vaccinated, like, they're like, I don't know about Johnson & Johnson. Like, I think they just got a settle a lawsuit because of the powder was giving people cancer. I don't know if I could trust a company who just settled a lawsuit with powder that was giving people cancer to then trust them to create a virus that's going to ultimately end COVID-19. Huh?
Not the Johnson & Johnson baby powder.
Go to Walmart and see if you can find it. Go to Walmart and see if you can find Johnson & Johnson baby powder. Johnson ain't, that baby powder ain't out there no more, bro. That baby powder gone.
Bro.
Go to Target. Go to Target and see if
baby powder.
Bro, that stuff is giving people cancer, bro. Give people cancer, bro. Crazy, right? They settled a lawsuit. Johnson.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, bro. Go out there and check it out. Like, I don't know if I trust the company.
I was just thinking about getting some.
What you gonna do with powder, bro?
I'm gonna never mind. Anyway, you see, I'm looking at a headline right now. Your vaccine card could make you a millionaire with new Vax Million giveaway.
Oh, bro.
Well, how many different things are they doing to try to get people to get vaccinated?
Bro, they trying everything, man. Everything.
They're like giving out guns too or something.
I mean, maybe I read something about the guns. I did read something about, I know Krispy Kreme came out first. I know they were giving out, I know like Ohio gave like $1 million to this one chick who, when they got vaccinated, she won like the raffle, the lottery, whatever it was. I know that like there was, I think it was either United or American Airlines that was giving out free travel for a year if you got vaccinated.
No way.
I'm look it up, bro. I've never seen such a push. Hey, I even saw somewhere it was like, you know, with some prison that was saying like, you know, if the inmates get vaccinated, then I guess it's like, I can't remember if it was like lowering their sentences or reducing. I mean, you know, whatever it is that they're saying.
Big, bro.
I'm not lying to you. I am not lying to you.
No way.
Bro, I'm not lying to you. I'm not even lying to you. Yo, this is insane.
Now you get out of you
get out of jail.
People out on parole.
you getting out, bro. Yo, all you need is a vaccine, homie. Like you need a vaccine, bro. That's the problem. You need a vaccine, bro. You out, bro. You need a vaccine, bro.
My man was on a life bench, a whole life bench, getting out on parole.
I mean, yo, they. I don't get it. And then they make it free. They make it free. And I'm just like, yo, so if y'all know that we have the capacity to make stuff like this free for people because you want to get it to people on a mass scale, then why won't you do the same thing for insulin?
Mm-hmm.
Like people who have diabetes, why don't you do the same thing for insulin? Like, right. why don't we do the same thing? Like, bro, I mean, the amount of money I had to pay to get my my EpiPen was ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
Like, why can't we make that stuff free? But instead we talking about we're gonna give away the vaccine. I don't trust the vaccine. And now they're trying to give it to teenagers, and now I mean pretty soon they're gonna regulate it with kids. Because now it's like 12 and under. Like colleges now are making it mandatory, bro, for college students to get the vaccine in order for them to attend the college. And it's only pretty soon till they require is that required in the public schools. I guarantee you that's coming down the pipeline.
Yeah. Mm-mm-mm.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, yeah. So I wonder, like, I wonder if will have anything to do with like autism, like in the future.
Mm. Well, you
Because
already know my thing with autism and vaccines, but go ahead.
no, I don't.
Yeah,
That is causing that you're talking about that is causing
absolutely,
autism.
absolutely. I
Yeah,
believe that
that's
wholeheartedly.
what I'm saying. But because it's autism, is it biological or is it just by like
Well,
or
well,
psychological nature?
well. Okay, here's what a doctor was telling me. He was telling me that autism is something that could be passed down. It could be hereditary. But my issue is that and I don't and like I told him, I don't disagree with the argument that autism could be hereditary. My issue is when did autism become a thing? And then his thing
Yeah,
was, well, I understand what you're saying, but
exactly.
back then we weren't able to
They say,
gauge
oh, we weren't
what
able to
yeah
actually.
what
Hmm.
autism was. My thing is let's look at some of the data. Let's look at some of the facts. In the time period that the kids began to get certain vaccines, we're starting to see an uptick in autism, especially in little boys. And if I remember correctly, in little boys of color. So it's something, I believe it's something about the vaccines. The number of vaccines that I got as a kid were much lower than the number of vaccines these kids are getting today. Much, much lower.
Oh my gosh, yeah. They need like 12, 13, 20 shots.
Bro, it's insane. It's
For real.
insane. And we're trying to wonder, we're wondering why our kids look the way they do. I mean, bro, we got teenagers right now who look like they could be in their 30s and their 40s. I mean, we got little girls with full breasts. Like some ain't right. Some
Hmm.
not right, bro. I mean, you got little boys in middle school, bro, who running around with beards and stuff. Like, hold up. Like some ain't right. Beards and autism. Like this ain't what this supposed to be, bro.
Got a whole beard.
You got a
They
whole
got a
beard.
full drink too. Not a good see a full.
This dude running around and look like a teacher. I'm just saying, man, something's not right with this.
Yeah. I wonder what the data is going to look like in 20 years from now.
But my thing is, will we even show the data? That's the thing. I don't trust the news media. You got Hunter Biden. You got Hunter Biden on tape around here saying nigga, 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 nigga. This my nigga. But then we don't hear nothing about it. Like it's not. I mean, I haven't heard about it on CNN, MSNBC, New York Times, USA Today. Like they ain't even talking about it, bro. Some up. Yeah, I don't trust the media. I don't trust the media, bro. I don't trust the media. And you got Uncle Joe who's over there now. Me with Vladimir Putin. Did you see his last news conference where they asked him, does he think Vladimir Putin is a killer?
They asked Joe that?
They asked Joe that.
Oh, what did he say?
Oh man, it was the same thing, about 5 or 6 minutes of mumbling. Well, what would he? You can't. I mean, dude, got to have dementia. Dude is. I mean, I'm serious, man. It's showing, and then he always says, "I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I'm gonna get in trouble for this, bro." They have. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's not. I listened to it. It was an audio clip where they were asking Joe, should he do a news conference or something? And he said, I'll do whatever Nancy wants, referring to Nancy Pelosi. Nancy says, tell him don't talk.
Stop.
Yeah, tell him don't talk. Because the narrative is that all they need is a placeholder. They don't care anything about Joe Biden. They just need a placeholder. They don't care anything about Joe Biden. Joe Biden was just a tool they used in order to get to where they needed to be. And I mean, what better tool to use than to use President Barack Obama's vice president? So
Yeah.
then that gives him some type of credibility amongst black people. So then when he gets around black people and he said, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. I took offense to that. Because that means that I can't, as a black man in America, I can't have my own ideology. I got to just vote black just because you know, most black folk vote Democrat. I can't have that same type of ideology. I don't have that. I don't have that. It's dumb to me. It's ignorant. He still got away with it, bro. He still got away with it. Black people still like, well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he said it. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. I agree with him. Like, man, y'all, I can't do this.
That was like he should have lost the presidency over that,
bro.
But yeah, they still got there like, get out and vote.
Because it didn't matter. It didn't matter. All that mattered was people saying orange man bad. We hate Donald Trump because Donald Trump is a racist. We hate Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a racist. Donald Trump is a xenophobic. Donald Trump is this. Donald Trump is that. Donald Trump is all these things. And we're going after the character of the man. And remember, the whole point of the Democratic National Convention was when they were promoting Joe Biden, they were just promoting him as just good Joe. He's just good old Joe. This is good Joe. Y'all love good Joe. Joe is nice. Joe is kind.
Yeah.
He's nice. This is like your nice old grandfather that sniffs your hair at night. He's fine.
Good versus evil.
Yeah, that's all it was, bro. So that's that whole thing. And then you got VP Harris, man. You heard about that? Hold on. I think I asked you about this last week. Do you hear about the whole thing with the border? By now you should know about the border.
Yes.
Bro. What I mean, give me some thoughts on this.
I mean, so I'm not well informed about I'm not too much informed about what's going on down there, but my general thoughts on it are, I don't know, man. Like, these people, they're hiding. They're hiding something. They're covering up something. You know, and you got all these people that are crossing over, and I was watching these people just cross over the border, and they're being filmed as they're crossing over the border, and I'm like, how are they just letting these people just do this? I mean, yes, you gotta protect your border, right? So isn't there police that help to patrol the border, and yet you got the whole news film crew out here like letting the people in?
Yeah.
You know? I didn't get that at all. I mean, it's like a double-edged sword because, you know, where are they coming from? Where are they escaping from? You know, but then how are they actually, like, you can't just come in over illegally, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I can't fly and get into another country without a visa.
Yeah.
You know, they're not just going to, like, let me in. So if I can't do it, then shoot. You know, like.
Why would they just anybody do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but your heart comes into play too. You see people. I think we take that out of that equation a lot too. It's like, you know, you might see a train of people coming in and they don't have anything. They're poor. You know, they're coming from nothing, and it's like, I don't know. I think your heartstrings are tugged a little bit too when you see stuff like that. So it's like, okay, well, I want to do something for somebody that's like that. You know, I want to help somebody in that kind of situation. You know.
Yeah.
And then laws kind of don't come into play at that point.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I think that's the idea. The idea is that even people who want strong border laws, they're saying, listen, I do care for the people. Because a lot of these people, I mean, some of them, they are escaping the very thing that, you know, many people are trying to bring to America, and that's socialism. They're trying to escape it because socialism doesn't work. It's never worked. And in no type of society. I mean, people try to say, well, Denmark or something like that, but in the same way, we're a larger country than Denmark. This is not, you know, a densely populated country, but nevertheless, people are escaping that. So I don't think that people who want stronger laws, like somebody like you who says, listen, I don't mind you coming over here, but the problem is when you come over here, I just want you to come over here the right way. The other issue is that we have drugs that are continuously being smuggled through the border. And a lot of the Mexican cartels, a lot of the cartels, they're using these the people to basically smuggle drugs across the border to get them into America. Now, Governor Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas, is basically saying, "Listen, we're going to use funds designated for something else. We're going to use funds to help to fix to really help to finish the border wall, because we need a strong border." And people are still just kind of pouring in. So the problem is that people are like, "Okay,
you think they should build a wall, or you think they should continue to build a wall?"
Well, I mean, here's the thing. If I thought walls kept people out, then of course. I think there's like my grandfather used to always say, it's more than one way to skin a cat. You're gonna find a way. I mean, if you put up a wall, they'll learn how to scale it, or they'll just dig underneath it. But I think that walls, in most situations, walls help people to feel as if they're safe. That's why people put up gates. Although I did hear that gates do help to reduce, the idea of crime rate in certain situations. When people see a gate, then typically they second guess whether or not, this is something I'm gonna do. And unless I think the wall is gonna stop it.
In Stone Mountain, they just take the gates down.
Oh, well, that's Stone Mountain too. I mean, and since we talking about the danger of Georgia, what the heck is going on in Lenox and Buckhead, bro?
Don't forget Lake Lanier.
Oh, bro. I'm like, I never understood from the time I moved to Atlanta. I've never understood why people continue to go back to Lake Lanier. I mean, legit, like 1,000 people drown every single year. God rest their soul. I just don't understand why people go back and do it. I don't get it.
What you mean? Like 1,000 people drown every year at Lake Lanier?
Bro, look it up. It's like people drown every single year at Lake Lanier.
Why?
Every single year. Because what they're saying here, from what I heard, there is.
They're drunk?
Huh?
They're drunk?
No, they're saying that once they get into the water, it's like a vortex. It's like a vortex hole or whatever it is. That the people, once they get in there, it's almost like they feel like something is holding them down. They can't come back up, so they drown. It's like a vortex hole or something in the bottom of it. Now, the age-old tale, the conspiracy theory, or maybe the truth, I don't know. But they're saying that Lake Lanier was built on top of a town. And the town that it was built on top of was this like old community. And they're just saying that, it's haunted. So the people from the community are basically holding, like when people get in the water, they're basically holding them down to bring them into the community. So that's the story. I'm telling you, there's a story of Lake Lanier. You should look it up. Now.
We was out on Lake Lanier not too long ago. I didn't get in the water though.
I ain't going.
Actually, I did get in the water.
I ain't gonna do it. No, I ain't gonna do it.
You know what? You know what's funny?
What?
Not funny either, but so we were doing the tubing, like we were tubing, and the tube was tied to the boat, right? And you ride on the tube and they pull you, and after you fall off, the boat comes back around and they pick you up. So my ingenious self didn't have a life jacket on. I can swim.
No.
I'm a good swimmer. And you know what's funny? I didn't even realize this until you just said something. When I fell off the tube, maybe it's because I was tired.
Okay,
but when I fell off the tube, bro, I was like treading water like, yo, please hurry up and come back around with this boat.
Yeah, you was about to be added to the city.
A part of the number.
You was about to be one of the number. You was about to make you the mayor. All I'm trying to say is, but even still, right now, bro, the way things are going in Buckhead at Lenox Mall, I would rather skinny dip in Lake Lanier without a life vest on, and this coming from a man who can't even swim, than walk to Louis Vuitton in Lenox Mall.
What is going on,
I was gonna go up there the other day because I've ran out of cologne, so I was selling Heather. I was like, yo, I need to go up there to get some cologne, and yeah, no, I was like, no, I'm good. I mean, a security guard, yo, did you see the footage of that? Bro, like these two teens.
I mean, what footage? There's so many clips.
Yeah, I mean, like two teens, like legit, just we're trying to pickpocket this or trying to just take from the security guard, and the security guard was like trying to shoo him away, like just go, and then it just shot him in the chest, like broad daylight.
The security guard in the chest,
bro. They shot him, man. The security guard up there probably making $18 an hour, just trying to get by, trying to feed his family.
They killed him?
No, he's not dead. I believe he was in stable condition in the hospital. Yeah, they shot dude in the chest, bro. Crazy.
Because who knows why, really?
It's legit insane. And then it was like, from Atlanta to Chicago, I know like Chicago had like this mass murder scene that just happened, where like four people were shot dead and 4 others were wounded, and 2 of them was in critical condition. And I mean, it's like, bro, it's like,
what kind of people are we raising? Like, what kind of generation is being raised and brought up? And like, gosh, sometimes I think like my grandparents would just be like so mad, like, and so upset. Like, how did we go from kids wearing suits and ties, like back in the day, to like niggas just killing each other?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's definitely a loss of human dignity. Like we don't even honor each other anymore as humans and people enough to cherish life. And then that whole thing about the suits and ties, I don't know if you heard about Monique. She was out in the news because she was telling young ladies, she was saying, don't stop wearing your bonnets and your pajamas.
Stop wearing the bonnet.
Yeah. Women got pissed at that. They were like, hold up, how you gonna tell me not to wear my bonnet? And how you gonna tell? Oh yeah, they got really mad at that.
They sure did, because she was saying don't wear them at the airports and stuff like that. I agree with her.
Yeah, she was saying don't wear them. And then there was a time, I do remember, early on, there was a time where, when you were going to the airport, the idea was that you looked the part, you dressed up. Like it was a thing, you wore a suit or you wore something nice. And even when I, back in the day when I started flying, that was a thing. You wore something nice. You wanted to look good. People, you went out and you got your hair cut, you got your hair done, you got your nails done, you got your, you got all these things done. So you got a fresh fit. You went to the airport, you got on the airplane, and you actually looked presentable. And I just think that we've just kind of just gotten away from that. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I think sometimes the expectations we put on people to have to look a certain way or be a certain way can be a bit intimidating and can be a lot. But nonetheless, I do think that it comes back to that sense of self-identity, who I am, who I think I am. And the way I look at it, Monique is one of them old school mamas. Like when I hear Monique talking about it, she's like, listen, my babies, I love you. I love us. Okay. And I love you. I know you say that I shouldn't be in your business, but I'm going to be in your business. And that was just an old school mama. Old school mama be like, look, I don't care what you're saying. I said what I said. You need to stop wearing your bonnet. But that's the case, men shouldn't be going out with sweatpants on. Maybe.
What did you think about it when she said it?
Who, Monique? I looked at it like she's an old school black mama. She said, I care.
Did you agree or did you disagree?
I don't really. No. I don't really have a stance on it, because I'm like, yo, I understand why they do it. And then when you look at a bonnet, you know, as a head covering, then that's one thing. But, you know, I do understand her other point, because somebody asked her about that. You know, couldn't a bonnet be considered as a head covering, like a scarf or something else? And she's like, y'all know what y'all doing. Like, don't play that game with me. She said, y'all out here with bonnets on and pajamas. I've been on the airplane before, and I've seen some ladies get on there with their bonnet, with their, you know, with their pajama pants on, with their house shoes.
And the
Slippers. And that's, you know, I mean, come
like,
on.
how you wearing the slippers outside? That's just nasty. I just think about the bottom of them slippers, like, and then you gonna go back inside and kick your feet up on the couch. You nasty.
You nasty. So that's my issue with it, bro. That's my only issue with it. That's my only issue with it. But
yeah,
I don't know. Well, man, I appreciate you being on here with me again. Good conversation, man. I think we talked about a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Always
it.
good conversation with you, brother. I mean, I don't know. I want to talk more about that, like the evolution of the black race in our culture. You know,
let's do that next week. Because we didn't talk about the evolution of the black culture. We also need to talk about Christianity. There's some amazing books that you recommended to me, and I think we should get into that. We should dive into that next week as well.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, let's do that. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for another episode of To Be Honest. This is your boy, Cornelius Lindsey. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, all those different things. I love y'all with the love of God. Y'all know that. Stay clean. Stay hopeful out there, man. I love y'all. All right. Introducing.
Stay vaccinated, y'all.
Don't get that shit. Yo, I love y'all. Bye.